wants to do the intro this time?
You do
But
that.
why can't we just cue in some
I-
like crappy music, right? And that's our intro, like news station.
Well, at that point, then I might as well just throw the intro. I might as well just throw the intro in right now and just start it off. All right, now that the intro actually played, welcome back to Channel 69 Podcast, where we podcast for podcasts.
He doesn't cue the music. He just forgets in the editing process.
He just completely forgets to insert music and just decides
Insert
to, you know
here.
what?
Yes, sir.
Today,
yeah.
Today we're gonna be talking about the event that Apple had on the 20th, as well
I never watched it.
as.
Which I wasn't a part of because
Me
you know.
neither.
So today I'm gonna talk about the Apple event that happened on the 20th, as well as Stranger Things season
Conspiracy
4.
theories.
Dave Bautista wanting to be Bane, Spider-Man coming to Disney, and Michael Keaton becoming Batman once more. Which one do you guys want to start with?
Wasn't Spider-Man already in Disney?
Not Tobey Maguire.
Oh, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is
I'm
coming to Disney?
assuming they're saying Spider-Man, that Disney's getting the Spider-Man. All right, I guess we'll start with that. So, Sony and Disney made a deal.
Okay.
I'm also
Yeah, go ahead.
Sony and Disney made a streaming deal, right? Sony already made a deal previously with Netflix, so Disney's deal starts right when Netflix's deal ends, and it states that any new Sony movies, including the Spider-Man movies, are coming to Disney Plus.
Oh.
And so you'll be able to watch all your beloved Spider-Man on Disney Plus.
So we're gonna be able to watch the original Spider. Bro, is it just me, or do I think that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was the best Spider-Man?
Nah, I think it's the best too.
You're not
but
the only one.
Look at how many people are gonna not watch this video because we said Tobey Maguire is the best.
Because I said Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Someone comments, Tobey Maguire sucks. This is from Andrew Garfield Gang.
They're gonna cancel us because Tom Holland is now the one.
Yeah.
Tom Holland comments on this
Tom
video.
Holland.
What do you mean Tobey Maguire is the best? Funny story, Tom. I'm gonna have
highly doubt about that.
delete
Cancel
channel.
you. You're gonna
Imagine.
be canceled. Anyway, no, but for its time, I feel like Tobey Maguire is kind of underrated.
I think so. Like,
You
people
know,
don't
'cause he was-
understand that he was based to be off the comic books.
Yeah,
That is true.
I mean, I saw a thing that when
What I
the
don't
first
understand is what did
Spider-Man-
people did not like about Tobey Maguire? That's my question.
I don't know. I don't see anything that no one could not like.
What didn't people like
what
about
happened.
Tobey Maguire?
I feel like maybe this might have persuaded people because he faked an injury to get more pay for Spider-Man 4. They were gonna do it, and they didn't do it because they found out.
He faked an injury?
Apparently, he faked an injury so that he could get paid more for the fourth Spider-Man movie. But like right before they were gonna record it, but when they found out that he faked it, they canceled production of the movie because they were like, "Oh, if I don't get paid more, I'm not gonna film it," and they didn't film it.
Oh, so he was basically salty.
Yeah, that I feel like that might persuade people to not like Tobey Maguire, but like the movies,
him in the movies, he was pretty good. Not gonna lie.
That's what I see Peter Parker, not as Andrew Garfield, who was kind of weird in the movie. Like, I didn't really like the story.
Was it Andrew Garfield from The Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man, correction.
I didn't know how I felt about that one. I was kind of weirded out
because
by
like did we see Uncle Ben pass in that one? All I know is that we did,
one?
yeah. And Andrew
Wait,
Garfield.
which one? Yeah.
He did. All right,
He
yeah.
got caught when he was trying to find.
Oh, that's right.
I'm pretty sure this is a very unpopular opinion.
It focuses more on Peter's parents, and I kind of like that perspective. But like, who cares about Peter's parents? No offense, but no one really hears about them that much. It's like Uncle Ben and Spider-Man. That's it.
Yeah, it's literally just those two.
So I like that they try to bring in Peter's parents, but just wasn't it. And then the Tom Holland movies aren't that bad. But then that's
Tom Holland.
Like they're tier 2. We got Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland,
overrated.
and then Andrew Garfield at the bottom.
Drop in the comments which Spider-Man you think is the best Spider-Man.
Let us know.
If you think Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man, please write down epic dance that everyone is cringing about seeing, right? And please drop the
Tobey
song of
Maguire
that song.
dance.
Please drop the song
You
link
want the
in the
song to that?
description, please. It's for research, okay?
Please,
It's for
please give us
research.
the link. It's
If you like
research.
if you like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, then I don't know what you're doing with your life, but okay. And
If
if
you
you
like
like
Tom
Tom
Holland,
Holland
I'll
Spider-Man,
chill with you.
please send a link in the description of that one Spider-Man that does a jump from the stairs and then starts dancing to a Spanish remix.
What?
You haven't seen that meme?
No.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny.
It needs to. We need it. Please put that clip here.
I
We're probably
would.
not gonna put
Future
it.
me, if I find the clip, put it in this video right here, right now.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
I do.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Ziggy diggy doo, ziggy diggy doo, ziggy diggy doo, ziggy diggy doo.
I probably didn't
His
find.
future
I
self,
probably didn't
his
find it.
future self, just like it's just a caption saying "You got it, buddy" at the bottom of the screen.
It's just like that's it. It was like good job. I didn't find it, but good job. All right. Well, we exhausted the Spider-Man topic. What are we moving to now?
I guess we could talk about the Stranger Things.
So, Stranger Things. The only reason it's on here is because Armando yesterday was talking about, oh, when is Stranger Things season 4 coming out and stuff. And so I found this post from IGN saying that they believe it won't be released until 2022, according to Finn Wolfhard.
Wait,
Really?
he said that?
He said that according to him, it might not be released until 2022.
So
Bro, it's
I'm
been
very
what?
aware of Stranger Things. In fact, I believe who hasn't watched it
I
from
haven't
here.
watched it. I've started watching it, but I start a lot of
How you
shows.
not watched it, bro?
Because I start a lot of shows and I don't watch to
You
the end.
haven't? Wait, have you
I
watched it, Armando?
yeah,
Armando watches
I'm
it.
already caught up.
Okay. So it's very interesting because like I know that Netflix is kind of notorious for releasing seasons very late, right? But isn't it kind of a bit of a stretch that they're releasing that like almost 2 years?
It kind of
Yeah, I was gonna say
is.
it's been about
Almost
2
like two
years.
years after the release of season 3, and they still haven't released season 4 yet.
So here's like the good news and the bad news that could be. The good news could be that maybe they're just, adding more into the season. The bad news could be they're just lazy and they delayed it. Or they
They
couldn't
delayed
release
it.
it because of coronavirus.
Dude, the coronavirus needs to be its own separate like
So
episode. Because to be honest, there's so many things
there's
that we
so
need to
many,
say about that
honestly.
cat. Like we should talk with and you need to this is just a side note. You just take this out of recording. We should talk about the effects that the COVID did to like all the stuff that we love.
Oh, I
But
can't
Oh,
wait to
anyway,
watch my favorite show. Sorry, due to COVID, see you next year.
it's not even just the shows though. It's everything.
Exactly.
Like it's like I don't want to say because it's not related, but like gaming consoles,
The PS5,
movies. Yeah,
I
no.
still don't
With
have one.
that's like 30-minute talk right there. Just the PS5.
So, moving on, back
Moving
to
on.
Stranger Things and stuff. Let's wrap this up, because, dang, we're only 11 minutes in.
We're
Stranger
only 11
Things,
minutes.
2022, it might release 2022. Maybe it might come out this year, maybe it might come out a year after. All we know is that it might be released at 2022. Let's see, should we go with Batman or should we go with Bane?
Man,
Oh, the
I
Batman, the Bane is gonna be who? Wait,
Bane is
no.
going to be Dave Bautista. We're going to Bane now. The guy who plays Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy wants
oh
Oh
to one
yeah,
day wants to be Bane.
that's my cousin, uncle, brother. I mean, what?
that made no sense whatsoever.
No, it didn't. Anyway, Dave Bautista is going to be the new Bane.
Not going to, not well,
He
He
not
wants
wants
confirmed
to be.
yet,
to.
but he wants to be the new Bane. At least
Why?
once. I don't know. Let's see. I'm reading this.
Why?
So he says, apparently he says it's one of his dream roles to play Bane.
I mean, everyone wants to play Bane, but don't you think it's kind of weird that you want to be a character from a different series? I mean, I guess
That's
not,
been
but
done
like that's
before, though. Actually,
who?
think about it. I forgot who, but I
Apparently,
remember
so this is
someone.
the quote that he says. He said that he wanted to play Bane so
Michael
bad.
Keaton. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Fabio, Michael Keaton.
We're not there yet. We're not
He
there yet. Shut up. We're not there yet.
no,
Shut up. We're not
no,
there
I'm
yet.
saying no, because he was making a point how why would you want to go from a Marvel character to a DC character? I
Michael
mean, if you're
Keaton
going
went
for
from
that,
Marvel.
Michael Keaton was the Vulture in the timeline.
Oh, he was. No, but he was Batman first.
Yeah,
That's the point that he was
but
making.
Oh
yeah,
well, okay. All right,
vice
shut up.
versa. It doesn't matter.
Vice
He crossed
versa.
over
Blah blah
from
blah.
DC to
Anyway,
Marvel.
so the quote right here is, "I want to play Bane so bad. I went to Warner Brothers, had an appointment with them, had an appointment with DC, walked in the door and said, I want to play Bane.' I'm not kidding. They were a little
It
like,
sounded like
whoa,
he.
we're not even casting Bane." And I was like, I don't care. I'm playing him. That's his quote, word for
Imagine
word.
you're walking
Well,
into a freaking meeting, and then this one guy just says, "I want to be
I
Bane," and you're like,
mean,
Huh?
"Anyway, Samantha, I need you to."
You're like, I don't care. I want to be Bane.
I don't care. I
Gotcha.
want to be Bane.
That's crazy. Cause he just walked in. I want to be Bane. How do you do that? How do
Really
you set
crazy,
an
right?
appointment and do that? Oh yeah, welcome to the
You can't.
podcast.
You said what?
Welcome to the
Welcome to the
podcast.
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 Oh shit.
Oh,
Did you,
she left.
Rose? We
She
literally
left. She
only
left. She
use
left.
this for the
She
podcast.
left. That's so.
Oh, bruh.
She knows
Fucking
this is the recording. Okay, forget it. All right, whatever.
That's
yeah.
so funny. That's
We
so
spoke
funny.
about. All right, we spoke about 3 out of the 5 things that we have in 11 minutes. We're gonna have to
Nice.
start making some
It's only
stuff
been
up.
11
But
minutes.
Nah,
now we
bro.
move
We
on to
we
Michael
gotta talk
Keaton.
about
Hold up,
COVID. We
Michael
gotta talk
Keaton
about COVID.
is
Michael Keaton.
officially returning as Batman for the new Flash movie.
Interesting. Which Batman is he
He was
again?
I think he was the
The
one with the nipple suit.
1984, the nipple suit. I
Just
I don't stand by that at all.
yeah. This is how we
That's
this
how
is how
people
we
know him. I think
identify
that's how people know that specific
nipple
Batman, the
suit.
nipple suit Batman.
Nipple suit Batman. I
That's
wish
so
I could name
bad.
my child Nipple suit
I don't
Batman.
think
No,
you
you
want to name your
won't.
child nipple suit
No, you
Batman.
won't.
Nah, bro. Nipple suit
Yeah, I think
Batman
that's
sounds
exactly what he wants.
so dope.
So it's I don't know why they want Michael Keaton to be Batman in the Flash. And I mean, I understand like Ben Affleck is done being Batman for the Snyder verse is what they're calling it. But
Hmm.
Michael Keaton? Really?
Hold up, I'll be back.
Yeah, give me a
We're
second.
really running low. We're
This
really
short break.
running low here. We're really running low here, dude. This is.
All right, and we're back. And by we I mean me. Armando is slow.
Oh,
So,
someone's still using the
yeah,
bathroom.
Michael Keaton
Running
confirmed
low.
to come back as Batman for the Flash movie.
Yes. This is very poorly executed.
Wow, he was only hesitant because of COVID-19 concerns. Wow,
This is.
COVID-19
I
popping
feels
in
like
and
it feels
everything.
like this episode. I feel like this episode is gonna turn into a COVID episode.
Towards yeah, at the 420 mark.
This needs to be a COVID episode at this point because everything is just tied to COVID.
At this point it is, but I mean it would be
Well, I'm
interesting, but it
back.
would be weird. All right, welcome back. The
What do you
Barry
mean? What would be
because the
weird?
Barry of the Justice League is the one for the Flash movie. So he already met Batman as Ben Affleck. Now you're throwing in an old dude for a past or maybe like present time, because the Flash movie is going to build up on Barry's backstory a bit, and kind of follow like what the show did. It built a backstory, it showed us what happened, and then goes to his powers and this and that. So where does old Batman fit in? Like, is Barry going to accidentally time travel, find him in the future, or is he going to be present day Batman? Because that's a little weird.
Mhm.
You guys let us know what you think in the comments below. Why do you think Michael Keaton's going to be
That
Batman?
was the longest pause.
This is the longest pause ever. Bro, we're
So,
hijacking this. What's the
well,
last one?
we're already on the last one. Apple. Okay. Apple
Alright,
released
so
a
Gabriel's the only one who
this is the
actually
only,
watched.
yeah. So Apple released a presentation. I don't know what they call their hour-long videos. Event. There we go. They released an event showing off a few new things that they have. So the iPhone 12 now comes in purple.
Oh my god.
The iPhone 12
What
now
a
comes in
great
purple
selling
and
point. The fact that the
release
Apple
date.
iPhone comes out in 12
I think the release
in
date
purple.
sometime April 20. No, April 30th. I think is when you
I
could
wonder
pre-order.
how hard it was for them to change it to purple.
Change it? No, they just added a new one. They're like, you know what? Let's
Yeah,
add one
I
more.
know.
What else did they do? They added AirTags. AirTags are like the tile that you would get for your wallet, but Apple version, and it's small. It's circle.
What do you think about like Apple releasing stuff like that? Like just a new color. They've done this multiple times as if it's like a big deal.
I like how I mentioned something new, and you're like, "What do you think about the color purple?"
No, nah. I like the purple. I like the color purple, bro.
um,
I don't know.
if you like the color purple, wait into the next topic. But right now, real quick, AirTags are supposed to replace tile and be far better than any tracking like item. It connects to the Find My iPhone app on your phone, and you can put it on your keys, on your bag, whatever, and you can play a sound from it. And if you're getting closer, your phone will let you know, like you can see it on your screen, how much further you have to go, and then it will let you know if you're exactly there.
That is so dope.
That really is.
That's so much worth $1,200.
Get this. One, you could get one for 24 and you could get four for 99. So you could get four AirTags
What?
for $99 and you could customize them free. So you could put an emoji on it on each one if you wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that caught me off guard because I'm like, these things are
That also
small
caught me.
and they help me find my keys in my house, and you're charging
Yes,
$99 for four of them?
yes.
Good job. So,
The one
colors.
thing,
The new iMac
purple.
comes in,
iMac.
that's what they call the desktop. Comes in a variety of colors now. Is thinner, has better speakers and a better mic. A mic that focuses on your audio only and blocks out all the background audio. Imagine being on a Zoom meeting, 50 kids in your
You sound
kitchen
like you sound
screaming,
like a you
and
sound
they
like
only
an
hear your
Apple
voice.
bot. You sound like a bot sent by Apple trying to promote their new product.
We are not sponsored by Apple, but Apple hit me
I
up.
wish though.
Hit me up in the emails. We could do
If
a
we ever
podcast
get
episode.
sponsored by Apple, we would not be doing a podcast.
Nah, they probably give us the AirTags free of charge.
It's just yeah. Anyway, friggin' oh my god. You know what I find funny? The fact that sometimes they add all these things to a product, and I understand why they would do it. It's to be more marketable. But some of that stuff is already resolved in like headphones. Like for example, most of the headphones nowadays are like already noise canceling, like sure the picture is focuses, but I feel like it's being put at such a high standard and then people are expected to pay an exorbitant amount of money in order to get that, right?
Yeah.
Where it shouldn't even be that much money to pay for.
Yeah, that makes sense. But Apple, with it being the leading and probably what
That
the
is
richest
true.
tech company out there, they want money so
Hmm.
that they could produce more. Apple's like $1 trillion, I think they have.
1 trillion.
So that kind of makes sense.
No,
Now,
yeah.
I'm gonna ramble on about Bluetooth and my issues with Bluetooth. Forget this. We
What?
finished. We went through all five topics. This is free roam now. This is anyone's game.
Can we
So,
talk about can we talk about the fact that the PS5 was released during COVID?
can we
It
talk
was
about the
such a
fact that
smart idea.
not only was it released
Such
during COVID, but you can only get one, and people have managed to get five and then sell them on eBay.
okay. Yeah,
I'm
sell them
still
for a
waiting.
huge amount
It
of
is
price.
April
Uh
it is April 22nd at 4:23 p.m. and I am still waiting for my PS5 because they're not on the market.
so there's a little bit of interest in this. I understand that we are dealing with a crisis, right? The PS5 is obviously the next gen console, and so is the Xbox One series.
But they
It's
should have
not
made it
like the
more
Xbox One is
accessible.
definitely not here. However, I felt like even though we are dealing in a economic crisis and the fact that we shouldn't be touching each other, Sony didn't really make the most educated decision as to allowing only online shopping
I feel like
for
online
for
shopping
it and
could have been
limited
good
processes.
if they added more in stock. If
Yeah,
instead of
exactly. If
putting
they had
10
more stuff,
PlayStations per store, they should have just put what they
if
would normally have and only purchase through online because then everyone
it
would have been
was
able to get.
it was so crazy. I remember I was there too, trying to get a
Exactly.
PS5 the day of launch.
The day
There
of
were so
launch, the
many
week after,
bots. There were so many bots. There were so many things. There were so many people trying to get in. The website crashed multiple times,
and then by
and
the
that
time that it
allowed the
refreshed, there
bots to
Yeah,
wasn't
keep
because it
in.
overloaded.
It was
exactly.
too
Shit.
late. It was too late. You couldn't do anything about it. And guess what? That's on your ass, not
Not
theirs,
Sony.
because they're
Sony
still
doesn't care.
selling their stuff.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even matter because in reality, even though they keep making it scarce, right? People are still buying it. They're selling out. They don't care. They're making a lot of money.
It makes
I've
sense
never felt more
that
disappointed in a company before in my life because since I'm a Sony fan, I've been a PS fan for the entirety of my life, and never has this ever happened in the history of me owning a PlayStation. But this was the first time where it was such a hassle for me to get a PS5. I had to buy a Switch instead. I convinced myself to buy a Switch instead of getting a PS5 because of that bull.
what's crazy is that Sony didn't charge more for it. I think what was it? PlayStation 4 prices that they charged 400 for disc, 300 for digital, or 399 for digital, 499 for disc.
Yeah, 399. It's not
While
even that the
people,
prices were
not only
high.
that, the prices weren't high, but I do know that there's still people that probably couldn't afford it and were mad about that because now they can't. Not only can they not afford it, but they
They can't
can't
even
get it
get
because
it.
it's not in stock, which is crazy.
Continue.
So we're going back to my topic. Bluetooth. I hate it. It bothers me. I put in an AirPod.
Why does it hit you?
I put in an AirPod. It connects. 5 minutes later, disconnects. Claims it's dead. I put
That
it
could
in the
just be your
case.
AirPod is
I
just
I put
Yeah,
it in
yeah,
the
broken.
maybe
case.
your AirPod just sucks,
100%.
bro.
It says 100% in the case. I take it out. I put it on. It connects. Reconnects. I have to restart my phone sometimes just for it to connect.
I mean,
I'm just saying, bro.
I
You
And
don't
just
have
probably
then,
that
need more
issue.
new AirPods.
That issue.
but would you ever have
I
that
feel like
issue if you just plugged your headphones into your phone?
no, not really. But
I
guess
Yeah.
you
what?
know I already have issues with my headphones.
Your headphones are
Honestly,
broken. That's why yours are messing up. But if they weren't broken, if they were brand new, and if they
You
were
you know
even
how
used,
that
old
then
are
still
your
no.
AirPods? How
My
old are your
AirPods,
AirPods?
I got them last year. I got them over the summer.
that's something I also want to talk
So they're
about.
brand
The
new and they're
fact that
already like having connection issues. I have
this turned into
headphones from
technology.
Apple that probably came with an iPhone 6 that work way
You
better
expect
than my
things to work.
AirPods.
You
Turned
expect
into
things to work, like honestly.
this
Exactly.
turned into technology talk.
Yep.
So
So, hey, Apple, please bring back the wired headphones. Make them
add,
better.
adding on to what you said, I remember um we were I remember the something happened when I got my new Beats from Apple. They broke down like
Some
6 months
people,
after I
some people
got them.
complain that where the headset would be on your ear, that part would break.
Yeah, it would
How?
no, not the Apple would break that the
No,
headphone
the
itself
headphone,
popped
yeah.
out of the socket, right? And I did nothing to it. I was using it normally and it just broke out. So I had gone to Apple to get a replacement, and thankfully they gave me a new one. But I've been noticing a trend with Apple products because my girlfriend has the same issue
They
and
broke.
she did have this, yeah, she had the same issue from regular wear and tear. That's um two things that I feel like Apple products aren't made for wear and tear. They aren't meant to last very long. And I feel like this is intentional because they specifically make you want to buy Apple Care so that if the thing breaks, you can fix it again, right? And many people don't want to buy it. But guess what?
Nah,
The
you have
product
to
breaks
They
down
kind of have
after a
to.
year
Yeah.
and you kind of have to
buy a
you
brand
can't
new
get it
one.
anymore because yeah, you have to either buy a brand new one or say goodbye to your old phone. And everyone wants an Apple phone these days, and they don't want to accept the fact that they spent over $900 to get an iPhone,
Now think about
and
this.
and yeah, and get a new phone.
The
So
iPhone,
I th-
sorry, I heard that Apple slows down the older phones to force
yeah,
you to buy the newer ones. Oh, you like your
it's
little
on
iPhone
purpose.
6? Too bad. Now it's slow and you gotta buy the iPhone 12 Pro.
I feel like I kind of believe that because my mom
Yeah,
had like
yeah.
a 5C for like 5 years, and then out of nowhere it just starts glitching on her. Like I don't know what happens. I think the battery runs out too fast,
The
and then she
5C
had to
It's
actually
a
get
had a
like
way.
a
very
new
bad
iPhone.
issue. I had a 5C.
It's a
It
way.
overheated
It's
way
a
too
way
much.
for.
It was the 5C was the worst of the iPhones that Apple ever had.
It's a way for Apple to maximize their profits because the way that a product like a phone works is basically if it fulfills the needs of the person, they won't see a reason to move on to another phone and pay extra money. So like people like I don't mean to be insulting or anything, but like older people, like people that are like in their 30s, 40s, they get a phone and they're like, I can call, I can text, I can play Candy Crush Saga. This is good. This is good enough for me, right? So they don't
Yeah, I mean, you're
bother
not
getting a
wrong
new
though.
phone because they don't have to pay, they don't have to pay for a new phone. The phone already works for them. That's it. But that causes Apple to lose money because that's a potential customer that could have bought another phone when it released. So what do? They either make updates that actually harm the phone rather than help the phone so that the phone slowly decays and eventually breaks down, or they literally make the phone so that it doesn't like function at a set amount of time. Like my girlfriend has the new iPhone 12, right? And she was thinking about getting the Pro, and all of a sudden her battery just died.
Uh,
Like
So
the
I'll tell
battery
you
just
this.
died. Like
coincidence, I think not.
I have the 12 Pro, and it has the battery doesn't die. It doesn't do. Sometimes it's a little finicky with the screen. Sometimes but that's very rare. But what I want to point out is I got the 12 probably October, November ish. It's April. It hasn't been a year yet, and there's already been about 4 or 5 updates for the 12 Pro and for the new phones already. Why so many
interest.
updates and a year hasn't passed yet since they've been released?
I can tell you why. It's because they're updating for the other phones to break down.
Oh, it might as well. Like I've read some of these update lists. Some of them were safety issues, but others were just bug fixes. How are there? Why so many? The phone I had before, I had the XR. Updates weren't that bad. About maybe 2, 3 a year, I think, and that's a year. This is 5. It hasn't been a year yet.
Interesting.
What's going on, Apple?
What are you doing, Apple? Come on,
I
man.
also
Get
saw
your
a thing
crap
on
together.
YouTube. I think this was probably like a very small trend. It wasn't too popular, but some people stopped using their iPhones or their touchscreen devices and used a flip phone for like 3 months straight, and they had no problems.
Yeah,
They were fine. They didn't need to stick to social media. They didn't need to be online on their iPhones or anything. If they needed to send an email, they used their computer because texting sucks on
yeah,
the flip. But other than that, call, hang up, call, hang up. No software update needed because it's
that
flip.
is so true. And people actively, some people actively avoid updates because they are aware that if they update their phone, that leads to the risk of them corrupting their phone. Some people even jailbreak their phone, which
And
is
jailbreaking
often,
is,
yeah,
yeah.
jailbreaking is one of the worst ways to destroy your phone. And
Actually,
apparently, some
no.
people do it just so that they can, no, because if you jailbreak your phone, it disables the Apple's virus protection software, apparently. So you're more
Who
susceptible
said
to
that though?
viruses.
Who says that it
Oh,
breaks down that?
Apple. It's
Exactly.
Apple.
Con to contradict you, there's a
And it's
YouTuber,
not, and it's not.
Everything Apple Pro. I'll leave his link in the description because I mentioned him. He goes over all the new iPhones, all the leaks, all the software updates, everything. He includes the jailbreaks too. He always talks about how the jailbreaks are good. They make your phone run smoother. They make your phone run better. You can do a bunch more things that you can do on your phone with the jailbreak. And Apple always makes a software update to counteract those jailbreaks to stop them from working. So I don't think it's because it takes down Apple's virus protection. I think it's because it makes the phone better than what Apple is doing for you.
That is true. Yeah, I guess that can make sense. Oh Lord, hold on.
Hmm.
I'm gonna throw away this trash. Yes, I'm throwing away trash in the middle of a freaking podcast. Welcome to the life of the. There we go. Is that in?
Well, Fabio, since we're only 31 minutes in, ramble about time travel.
All right. So, guys, this is
Oh
a
my god.
conspiracy. Guys, no, you have to listen to this. Guys, all right.
Am I able to
So you
mute
know,
him?
no, we're in a
You have to listen to
podcast. You can't.
it.
You have to listen to
Oh,
my theories.
Maybe you
All
could
right.
tone in.
So
Maybe you have your ideas too.
listen. Okay, so you know how the Apple phone was created by good old Steve Bob Gilly Gates, not
Steve Jobs, your boy,
Steve
Steve Jobs.
Steve Steve Jobbies, right? Steve Jobs. No, stop. All right, but in all seriousness, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna talk about time travel. I am instead going to
Oh.
talk about COVID in general, in my
COVID and
Jesus
opinion.
what did they
Christ.
do?
COVID.
All right, this has
I
become
think
from
I
topics,
think COVID
tech,
is
COVID and how it affected my
a
life.
I think COVID is a conspiracy theory. I think
You can't
COVID was
possibly believe that.
You do not
monitored by
believe
the
that.
government.
You do
I
not
do.
believe
You
that.
are
I do.
capping.
I
Are
Oh
do.
my
you
No, I'm
serious?
god.
gonna
You're
tell you right now.
capping.
I'm
There's
gonna
no
tell you right
way.
now. No, I'm dead ass. Look, guys. Listen to what I have to say. I'm not
Oh my
crazy, okay?
god. All
I'm
right,
not
go ahead. Let's
crazy.
see what you have to
All
say.
right. So, first of all, doesn't it seem a bit off that the creation of said coronavirus had appeared in China in 2019 when the culture of said Chinese people have been eating those types of foods for
You know what? I'm gonna
thousands of
chime in
years?
on you for a second.
Doesn't doesn't that seem kind of
I
weird?
heard that China created COVID because of overpopulation. They wanted to get rid of
Hey
the
Exactly.
man.
population, so they created COVID, and they
There
weren't
are
expecting it to
multiple
spread.
things. There are multiple things that you could say about the COVID virus. There are multiple theories. One of the theories being that Chinese created the coronavirus in order to control the population. And I would say that makes a lot of sense
Apparently,
because
too,
China is the one of the biggest, if not the
most
biggest,
popular populated.
most populated country on the planet,
Yeah.
knowing, and also for the simple fact that it is a communist country, they understand the power that they are supposed to wield. And in order for them to avoid having a government outbreak and a revolution, which has happened so many times before in the past, they have decided to create the coronavirus to lower the population. Some speculate that the coronavirus was created by the Chinese as a bioweapon. Of,
Which is
and
cap.
if you don't
Funny
know what a
enough.
bioweapon is, a bioweapon is basically a weapon that is used to to create large amounts of casualties without having to use any actual firearms or
It's funny you
manpower.
say this
It
because
uses something like a
me
virus
and Armando were in
or a
class.
pathogen
Hmm.
or a fungi or anything that can create deadly force, and they spread it. And it's super illegal and it's unbelievably experienced by many people who think that, oh, it should not exist, because if you were able to create a virus that had the capability of wiping out the entirety of humanity, because that's basically what it is. If we weren't able to develop an a vaccine, well, I'm gonna get to vaccines in a moment too. If we weren't able to create a
Oh my
vaccine of
god.
a virus that someone created, it would be impossible. It could wipe out humanity. It could wipe out
Look at the
humanity.
Black
Create
Death.
a more create a sophisticated enough virus, and you could wipe out the whole planet. No one take my freaking advice. I am not an evil dictator, okay? Don't come at me, please. But anyway, as I was saying, they speculate that it was used as a bioweapon, and others say that it wasn't even the Chinese who had created COVID-19. It was just a stem of the flu virus, and in reality the United States created the COVID virus in order to dull. No, I'm serious. This is actually, people are saying this, that the United States had created the coronavirus in order to reduce the, what is it called? Basically, calm down the humans,
So
calm
if
down
okay,
the
so here's the
population.
thing. If America created the COVID, why wasn't America affected by it first? Why go from China
See,
and then to
because it
us?
would be too obvious. It would be too obvious. So they created the coronavirus. They tested it in some God knows what island. They saw the results and they're like, hey, you know what's the best place for this coronavirus
Let's throw
to
it in China.
flourish? Flipping China. They threw that into Chinese territory, and no one even knew the difference. They threw that into somebody's soup, and it was over.
Crazy. So apparently, now here's what would contradict your American conspiracy that you found that some people say. Apparently, some guy, some scientist, got arrested for speaking about the COVID vaccine. Like he had information about it, and
Mhm.
the Chinese government
Who
arrested him.
arrested by who?
Huh? Uh,
Arrested by who? The Chinese?
By the Chinese. Yeah, he was a Chinese scientist. He was arrested by his own government. They locked him up for speaking
Hmm.
out of turn.
So there are multiple, there are
There are
some
multiple
things that,
theories, but
yeah,
no one's entirely sure.
there I understand that, it could be arrested, and it could be that the Chinese had created it, but there's also another thing. If the Chinese had created the virus, wouldn't you think that scientists would also be in on it too? Because they were the ones who created it. But besides that, it could also mean that to create a vaccine of the virus is to say that the Chinese were the ones responsible for creating said virus. And because the Chinese government is often very, what's the word? Arrogant and not manipulative. Basically, they think highly of themselves, and they see someone talking crap about the government, they're going to shut them down, right? They
Yeah.
saw that as like an act of aggression against the country, because that's saying that the Chinese were the ones responsible for the coronavirus and therefore many deaths. However, this is going on to the vaccine part. Which one of you guys is supporting of the vaccine?
I still haven't gotten it because I ain't trusting that.
I do not support the
I
vaccine.
don't I've
Well,
seen so
I
much
don't
about
trust
people
the
getting
vaccine. I
like
don't
negative
trust
side
the
effects from
vaccine.
it.
Exactly. I do not trust the vaccine, and I know this sounds crazy, right? Because
No, I'm not
I,
saying that I don't
to be
trust
honest,
it. I just want to wait for
I'm
one
not
that
an
actually
I'm
works.
not an anti-vaxxer. Okay, I take my flu shot vaccine every single year. I make sure I stay on top of that crap because who knows what'll happen if I get the flu virus. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. All right, but the things that have happened from people taking the coronavirus vaccine is
It's scary.
unbelievable. The fact that they say that it has a 90 something percent chance of working seems a bit bogus when you see all the other side effects that come with it. Yeah, you can cure coronavirus, but it's not going to help if you
But
get
at what
another
cost?
string of viruses. You know, it's not going to help if you get another string of side effects that could also cause another mutation of said virus. You know, it doesn't really make sense for you to create that and then give it away to the population, which adds on to my next theory. The United States is trying to cradle the population and lower it.
Okay, okay. I
Why?
think we're moving on from your theories now.
No, I'm not done yet.
No,
I'm not
no, I
done
think
yet.
we're moving on from your theories
No,
now.
you can't hide from the truth.
Okay, now that you're muted, I think we might just wrap this up. 40 minutes in, like honestly, what else can we
As
do?
God is my witness, we can continue
No,
to
we
talk about
cannot.
the
No, we
COVID
cannot. No, we cannot.
virus.
I think we're good for today.
everything we talk about will become a freaking conspiracy theory.
You know what? Forget it. We'll add one more theory in the mix, but this is my theory. Forget you. We ain't talking about COVID. We ain't talking about time travel. We're talking about interdimensional travel.
See, yes,
Now,
yes,
see,
my brother.
now this is one that has a bit more evidence.
Well, are you saying the ones that I say don't have evidence?
Okay, some of them, but not the ones that the U.S. government created COVID. I don't think those have enough sufficient evidence for this.
You
Um,
don't know.
time travel
He
does have
doesn't know the truth.
evidence to it.
He doesn't know the truth.
You sound like you're gonna snipe me. Like if you're just gonna whisper in my ear a little to the
I
right. I'm
dare
like,
you.
huh?
I dare you to say. I dare you to say something. I dare you.
So scientists back in 2019 or 2018, sometime around
Hello?
there. Oh, welcome. This is the last conspiracy theory before we close up the video.
Great.
Okay.
Scientists from like
He
2018
was
to
so ready.
2019, he was
He
so
was
ready.
so
He
ready.
sounds so sad. Apparently tried to create interdimensional travel. Apparently,
Mhm.
in Sweden, they achieved a machine that can open a breach to another dimension, as if you would see in the Flash, where they have their little like breach room that takes them to different dimensions. That's basically what scientists apparently made. The only problem is when they turned it on, it didn't work.
Unless.
Unless, now here's the unless part.
A lot of
People are
power is needed.
speculating, oh, the ball dropped 5 minutes late for 2020. Some other things happened. What is it? The ball dropped
We
late.
time traveled.
The Mandela effect.
Holy
No, 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 no. The Mandela effect, where some people were like, Mr. Monopoly had a monocle, or Curious George had a tail, or stuff like this.
some
Apparently,
things
people
that
are saying that
yeah.
it's because we shifted dimensions to one that is very similar to ours, but isn't.
Is
And
it
so
is it
things that you thought were true actually weren't, and then you seem crazy because you're like, I swear, but you could possibly be right. So there's not any real evidence that this is going on. Like not super strong, but like there are theories. Some people say TikTok had a Christmas countdown filter that would count down to a certain
yeah.
amount of days till Christmas. When everybody would open it, and this was this year, I think this was this year. When everybody would open it now in 2021, it would
Hmm.
it would say that Christmas was in 6 days. And people were like, "What happens in 6 days? Christmas is not in 6 days. What's going on?" TikTok removed the filter 3 days before it was about to go down.
Yes.
So now people are like,
We need
"Oh, why didn't TikTok announce that they removed it? Why did they just remove it? Why did they stay quiet? What's happening in 6 days? What are we gonna? Are we all gonna die?" And
because
I'm just like,
Trump. It's because
"Okay."
Trump bought. It's because Trump bought TikTok nonstop. We need to have an episode where we talk about science. I feel like
Science,
that would be
yeah.
a good
So,
episode.
funny
I have
enough,
a lot of
NASA
stuff to
found
talk
some
about.
evidence of another dimension that consists
Dimension.
technically like parallel
Yeah.
to ours, but everything
The
is upside
parallel universe
down.
theory.
Everything is upside down and reverse. So while we're going forward in time, they're going back in time.
Well, why
That
you want to
makes
sign
so
up for
much
that?
sense.
That's that theory.
The
And then there's one more
interesting.
thing. Scientists found a particle that apparently ignores all laws of gravity and just floats in like
Everything
right
just
there, just
floats.
floats right in wherever it is.
That would mean nothing would have mass
Technically, like
in that.
why is that
Like
avoiding gravity? Why that specific
that
particle of whatever it is?
that would wait. There's a particle that avoids gravity.
Yeah, apparently there's one particle that just floats and it doesn't fall, it doesn't rise, it just floats right where it is. It disobeys gravity.
If
You
that's
can
the
see like those,
case,
you know, in the sun where you see those like little dust particles and they're floating down and
hmm
stuff. It would just stay still. It wouldn't move
Like
unless you
one of
moved it,
them,
I think.
or is it like a group?
so that would have to mean there's a lot of stuff that we can go into when it comes to science.
There's science. We
Frick
should do
it.
science next
Next
week.
podcast. Next podcast. Science.
Science
Stay
show.
tuned. Stay in tune to the next one where we bring in Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's the
We're not
podcast.
famous. We can't bring in anybody that is famous.
I'm gonna be Neil
That seems
deGrasse
very low,
Tyson for
dude.
one
No,
day.
I don't know.
No,
I get a
I
text
don't.
message from Neil deGrasse Tyson, heart sign, saying, "Hey yo, what's up? So you need me for one of your podcasts?"
If we can get Bill Nye the Science Guy, imagine
Yeah, I was
We-
about to say that.
That'd be so funny.
Bill Nye the
Get
Science Guy
Bill now
shows up on our
the science
podcast.
guy and Neil deGrasse Tyson and Stephen Hawking's ghost, and we'll be good.
Stephen
What?
Hawking's ghost.
What?
So
Wow.
Excuse
I
me?
think
I think
I
it's
think
time to wrap it up. I hope you
yeah
guys enjoyed the
I think
podcast. Let us know if there's any topics you would like to hear us talk about, whether it's science, ghost, cheese. I don't
smash
care. Just give us a topic. This was hard to
Did you
come up
just
with
say
five
smash
topics.
smash the like button if you want to hear me continue rambling about theories of the government. If we get 5 likes,
Don't
I
hit
will
the like
have
button.
a
Don't hit the
segment
like button.
dedicated to me
Dislike
and
the
and
video.
my.
Please
Don't
don't.
just comment no more theories.
Yeah.
Do you agree on
Honestly.
that, Gabriel? Do you
Yeah,
agree?
totally agree on that. Yeah.
Okay.
All
He
right.
agrees. 5 likes. 5 likes.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right.